Hello. All right, so I don't have the chat open yet. I will in a moment. I've been just uh playing the game for a little while, and let me situate myself. I'll get it off the map here in a moment. So I am in the game Paxdei, and I'm looking at these Zebians because they drop a certain loot that is rare, and I figured I would get some. So when I want to make something, I can with it. I like to have a little bit of uh, supplies for crafting, and since these are extremely rare and difficult, um, I figured, well, why not? I'll just go live for a few, and let me try to get this chat open so that if somebody says something, I ain't ignoring you. Well, I got a few people that, if they can, show up. I don't know what's going on with my chat. I'm working on it. Content. Something is acting slow. Slow. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me try again. I'll get it eventually. I should just be able to go on YouTube, go to the Go Live tab, and then it's right there. Connect your encoder to go live. I did that. Says an excellent connection. Cool. There it is. I see it. Nobody's here. Happy Father's Day. I just had some time to play, and these guys are a little difficult. I have been really taking my time with them. Not getting more than one at a time. Let me make sure my food is up. And then I'm going to draw one of them right there. I don't want to get too many, more than one even, because they do a lot of damage, and I am a solo player. I don't have a lot of resources to. So I get this tattered sigil, worn out sigils, tattered sigils. Now I have 3. I have 2 of the worn outs and 7 cracked lockets, and then I got some wrought iron from them. Other than that, you don't get a ton, but you see they damage me pretty good, and you don't heal uh, like right after each battle or anything, so you're, timing stuff. You really have to be patient in this game. If you want to rush, sure you can, but you better have a party. But if you're not wanting to work real hard at a game to have fun, then just take your time, and that's what I do. I'll get like one at a time. See, these maulers do a lot of damage. If you back up too much, they'll just heal. Start casting some kind of magic. You can see I've taken pretty good damage. I wouldn't want to rush right into another fight, or fight 2 of them even, because of how much damage I take. Just simply fighting one at a time is enough for me. So they respawn, so what I've been doing is going between camps. Like this camp is empty right now. I got both of them. I go to this camp. There's 2 here, one on that side, and then there'll be one on this side that'll spawn about right here. So what I'll do sometime, at least the last, bit of time that I've been on here farming these, maybe an hour. I didn't really keep track. I'll just sit here. I'll literally just sit and heal and wait in between these spawns, and I'll pick off the ones that I know I can fight. Like these ones are good. There's another camp down here that has like 4 of them. This guy's pretty strong, this Mauler, and you have to really be careful not to draw extra guys. And there's ghosts around here too, so if you get a ghost and you're a solo player, you're in trouble. Yeah, this guy hits hard. I mean, look how much damage he did to me. Oof. And I don't have any healing potions or anything. I do have a power here that Sacrament of Strife. It heals you when you attack, up to 12 attacks, like pretty good. See, I'm still healing, so I just take my time. Oh, look, that's a cruel visage ghost right there. I just go invisible. He's gonna kill me if I don't. Oh, he's still chasing me. He's still chasing me while I was invisible, running away. Oof. Yeah, I wasn't healed, and engaging with that guy was not wise. So I'll go up here, see that guy respawn, so I'll sit for a minute, heal. You know, I wish sitting healed me better, but it doesn't. It's just better for me. Okay, is this working? Okay, good. Alright, yeah, it's saying that it's working perfectly fine. So, half health, still pretty low. So I won't rush in. One of my foods is going to expire here in a moment. This one, it's turning red. So I want to wait until that redoes. Give me time to heal. I don't really need anything here at all. But this is also next to a dungeon entrance. Yeah, that food's going to expire any moment. It's really, you have to have a lot of patience in this game, waiting on stuff. If you rush, then you'll get in trouble. Some people like to run real fast and for a long way, and me, I'll camp at a spot for like a couple days. I'll be here, until my weapons start to break, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I gotta go and repair them. Let's see, that cruel visage is still upset with me. Yeah, a cracked sigil. So I got 1 cracked sigil from that guy. That gives me 8 cracked sigils, 2 worn out lockets, and tattered sigil. See, these are really, you need 12 of them to make 1 item. So usually you need like 12 to make 1 in your crafting of whatever, whatever you're trying to make. The invisibility is supposed to give me a bonus on attack, but I haven't seen it. So I'm only using it right now to level my leather. Trying to get my leather up to 30 because and I'm dealing with lag too, so fighting the lag monster. You see I'm hurt again, so I'll just get out of the way. This won't respawn for a while, so I'm really safe here, you know, for a good few minutes. Anyway. My health is at half, so I just go in between these fights, and by the time I'm healed from my regeneration, then I can go to, you know, the other ones respawned. I'm going to work my way up here and show that there's an entrance to a dungeon up here. That's actually pretty cool. You have to have a party. They usually go in with like 2 parties even, and I haven't found enough people to go in with, except for these Zerg parties where they just gather a bunch of people and be like, we're gonna go in there with a mob and no strategy, we're just gonna overwhelm them with numbers. And to me that's not fun. I mean, I guess, but the loot becomes really difficult. You know, I didn't let myself recover. Just means that I have to dodge more. Block. It is a short attack range, so I can just miss. Backing up about that much. Right there. If you go too far, he will heal. And you don't want that, because his heal is like a vampiric heal. Like mine, where if you attack them, you get a heal. Here, I definitely took damage, but I didn't wait for everything to be recharged before I fought him because I was impatient, I guess. But this is an entrance to a dungeon. Here, I'll hit the map so people can see it. Center it. So this is a map to a dungeon. I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I've been trying to mark it so I know where this is on the map easily until I memorize it. I don't do this a lot, but this, I think I've been in this dungeon twice now. Found a group, they invited me, I went in, we got loot. So I'm not even in the dungeon yet. This is the entrance to the dungeon. And once you go through this cave, then there's this portal. It's like an instance, and it'll take you into a different map, I guess, where the dungeon is generated separately from the other map. And I'm not going to be able to do anything in here, so unless there's a party in here that needs help. So that would be the exit. We don't want that. This is a reflection of whatever. Alistria, something. So this would be the staging room for the fights. They'll go in here and they'll draw them back. Somebody will come in here and grab them. You know, they're all elites, and they come in groups. So sometimes they will pacify or mesmerize, you know, stun them so that they don't get a full group, and then they'll have like 2 6-packs on each side of the thing, and they'll just maul them, and it seems like it's overpowering. You might be able to do that with a normal group of 5 people. Oh, I didn't mean that. I walked right back in. So I don't really understand how their dungeons work when it comes to parties and why they have so many people, like 2 groups, and then the gear loot is all separate because it depends on who maybe does the most damage or something. I keep going back and forth because I'm not meaning to do that, but still have an excellent connection. That's good. My internet, I upgraded it some. Let me make sure I don't go right back through that portal. Where is it? Let me load all the way. I want to go right back in. That's ridiculous. So down must be in, and up must be out, I hope. Anyway, that's the entrance to the dungeon, right? Way over there. See, I went in here, here. That's why I'm trying to mark this so I can actually see on the path where this is. I thought that would be cool for me, my knowledge, to know. Because maybe eventually, I know there's groups out there that have done the dungeons like 1,000 times, but I haven't. And there's a lot of other people that won't run with a Zerg, professional group that knows a know-it-all group. Be like, we know everything, and there's nothing to learn here. Just do what I tell you and don't have fun. Just do what I tell you. I get to pick what loot I want, and then I'll throw the trash at you. That's what it feels like happened to me is people just went in there, they got what they wanted, and then threw the rest on the ground like, oh, you can have the yeast, you know, thanks for showing up. And then you're like, I would love to have one of those sigils, and they'll be like, I'll let you open the recipe and I'll throw it on the ground, but I want it back. And then you learn, it's like, oh, I could make this really cool gear, but I need 12 of those, and the only way to get them is to get the loot in the dungeons. And when you go in the loot to loot a dungeon, you're usually in a group with a clan, and they're taking it all for their clan. And if you're not in the clan, you ain't getting anything. You're getting scraps. So it's like weird with the loot. Maybe if they had a different loot system, but it's like whoever runs the dungeon gets the best loot and everyone else gets dribbles. The trickle down effect. All rising tides. Rising tide raises all ships or whatever. So you can get the same loot pretty much out here from these guys, but your loot, I think, is increased. Uh, couldn't say by how much, but a lot when you go in with groups, because also there's loot piles, and so you will get a chance to get something if you know where the loot piles are and they ain't just already ran past them, and then you're like, oh great, I didn't even know there was a loot pile. Like, how many did I miss? Because these people went through so fast because they know the dungeons so well that when it came to knowing that, oh, they just looted a chest and no one tells you, and then they're like going, by the time you get to it, they're gone. They've looted all the bodies, and it's very weird. Um, social dynamics in this game. It's like I was in one clan and they went on metal runs. Okay, so the metal run, and they would go and get pure iron, and then they would give it all to the 1 or 2 people leaders of the clan to up their metal crafting and stuff. And So they didn't expect you to do any of the crafting. They wanted the metal so then they could level um, theirs, and you just ask them when you want something. And to me, I was leveling so that I had stuff and had a reason to play, and I felt like, well, now I don't even want to play while I was in that clan, because before I was leveling my crafting for armor smithing and, you know, the weapon smithing as I needed it, but when I joined the clan that did all that, then I was like, okay, so now what do I do? If there's no reason for me to level my crafting, because whenever I go on a party run, everything goes to the clan, and then you're just, I didn't understand that dynamic, so I left that one because it didn't make sense to me. Like, shouldn't everybody that is interested in a craft be able to level their crafting too in the clan? Doesn't matter if one's lower. You're like, oh, we want the best gear, so we're gonna power level one guy, you know, and then you become dependent on them, and then you know if they're kind of abusive and give you a hard time every time because they think it's funny to be, you know, harsh with other people and be like, ha, I'm gonna call them names, you know, and just be a, you know, I'm trying not to cuss, really cuss a little bit, being a prick to you and thinking that's funny, you know, like maybe they were in the military and just are used to berating people. Be like, I cut people down because it's funny and it makes me laugh and it makes them better somehow in the long run. Makes them feel bad about themselves so they try harder. That might work if they respected you and wanted your approval, I guess, and you're forced to do that in some situations where you have to gain somebody's approval. I don't like being treated like crap. That's all. Just call me funny. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of being called names and somebody trying to get me upset because then I do get upset. And then they want to test your character and see what you do when you're upset. Reminds me of that Marvel movie when the Iron Man guy was poking the Hulk when he was Bruce Banner. What was it, a Marvel movie? He was looking into his eyes to see if he could provoke him to anger. It's like, well, that's not the best way to treat people. You may not like it when, oops, my food went out. 9. Oh, 7, 8. I'm not even ready. Food. Okay, now I'm ready. Come on. I'm ready now. Ooh, steel. Steel ignite. That's good. I mean, better than nothing. See, now I'm hurt. I gotta go heal again. Like one fight. Heal. Alright. See that Mauler's back. Right there. So in between these camps, they all respawn pretty fast, I think. Fast enough that I can bounce in between them. Oh, look at that. Inventory is pretty full. Alright, well, do a couple more and then I'm pushing it in my inventory. Boar, bear, sigils, top grain leather, loaded worms. I got all kinds of stuff. Larvae, sand, granite. Yeah, I gotta go and dump all this stuff. I guess that was a good one. I got a lot of stuff from this run. I think it was successful because I didn't die yet. I mean, that's good for me. Because usually that's the, yeah, see, I'm completely full. Like, that's it. No spaces in my inventory, and I don't like to throw stuff away if I can help it. I think I can get that other guy without even waiting. What do you think? Just gonna go ahead and try. Ugh. Like to check. See, now I'm like definitely not restored. I like to see if I can actually see if you get too far, they'll heal. If you stay at a certain distance, they will just miss, you know. All right. See, I'm chancing missing loot, so I am done. That was fun. All right, gonna go. I could stay here for a while, but I'm not going to stress about my inventory. All right, well, that's that. See you later.